Alrighty, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program with a lot of stuff that we need to do. First of all, what I'm going to do now is we have finally the option of not having to chop down trees anymore, right? With coal, because I can use the coal that I'm mining over here and use it for my mecha to produce, consume that. First of all, we have also the organic crystal now. That is something that I'm getting from chopping down the trees. I can use that on my mecha to have the power. And let's go for the coal. What I want for the coal first is, once again, the coal is coming out here. We do need our own storage for the coal, right? So this is being storage then, that we have then just for having the coal in there. That is one thing. So here we have the coal, then we have the power stations for the coal, and also I can take the coal myself from for the mecha. That is one thing. The other thing is, yeah, I want to get rid of the spaghetti factory that we have up here and finally make something decent out of it, like I'm preparing here already, because we are pretty close now to the next iron vein that I can use for, yeah, probably the steel production itself. Now here, I do need another miner, I think, because when we want to start with that, we're going to start with that the right way, and we're going to make another mining machine right away. We're going to need... By the way, there's also a new tech that I have here now, the wireless power tower. So whenever we are close to our power grid then, or whenever we are close to this tower, we can automatically replenish our energy with that as well. Another cool ability. We'll need to figure out how we can use this properly then. Now let's extend the energy grid down here to the coal. Right, and I will probably... Have I still some wind turbines ready? No, I don't. I might build them at some point. Now, we do need the storage. I have that now. There we have the storage. And I will just have that storage basically here. Right? So where we have the coal close together. And then I'm having the conveyor belt coming out of here into that storage facility here. And the same thing I can do with the second miner that I'm going to have down here. Whoops. We have 280k to 300,000 coal coming out of here. Let's build this miner there too. And let's have the belt coming out of it right away, going over here. Oh, we lack the item there. Right, there is the next belt. So this is all for coal. And then we have the output for coal basically on these three sides here, whatever I need then, right? This is coming in here, and all I need here now is the sorters going into that storage. I guess we still need... Oh, there is no connection. There we have it, and there's the coal coming out. Going then right into that storage facility here. Yeah, I definitely will need some faster sorter though for this area then too. Right, but for now it's coming in. The other thing is here, this one still needs some electricity that we can also start building now. And there we have the second miner now working. So there is now the coal coming in from two of them, right? And I could now get the coal, very good, and then use it for my mech. So now I don't need to chop down anything anymore. This is one thing that makes life easier. The other one is now the thermal power station. So this one here uses coal to produce energy. A lot of energy. 6 times more than a normal wind turbine. Let's have it then somewhere else. So first of all, I do need my belt again. We are going to need, I think, quite a few of them over time, right? So I could squeeze them in here, all along here. And I could still have the coal outcome down here too. Or... let's move it around. We have it down here. This is also good. I wonder now why there are several inputs though. Let's build one and have a look.
A thermal power station. Such power facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you wanted to generate continuous and stable power...
Okay, so it really just needs one input, I think, from that side there. Yeah. So the coal is coming out here. Right, and then along the trail here towards the power stations, basically. And we still have then the output here for the coal. There we have that. Let's just see the input. Should work. It is working. Very good. We just need the output here now. And by the way, I think I'm going to need, once again, quite a few of these sorters. The sorter level 2, I do need the electrical motor for that. And that I haven't gotten yet. So this is another thing that I will need to do soon. And yep, let's also connect the station and the sorters here to the power grid. Okay, and there it's the coal coming out now for the power station. And we just need now a sorter for that. And there we have it. I think I'm going to need quite a few sorters for this power station here. Coal is being now delivered, and as we can see, we're now starting producing energy. Oh, yep, it does require a lot of coal though, because it's consuming it quite quickly. We can also see it's 100% effective, and consumption demand is generator capacity 6 megawatt, and we kind of like consume not even half of that. So this single engine here will bring us, or will get us through quite some time. It is also now connected with the general power grid that we have here. And for my own consumption, I can just take another stack of coal and get it into my mech suit there. Let's do this again. So I'm really full on energy now, right? For quite some time. Because coal also gives a lot more energy than wood. Alright, let's get back to our other storage facility. Because we still, for our inventory upgrade, we still need 39 steel. And we have plenty of that now. There we have it. Right, so now we can finish the inventory upgrade. So we can have more resources in our inventory. And I think it's now time for a little overhaul up here. We have the iron vein. We have another one over there, by the way. And we have the iron vein down here. So what I want to do now is that each one of these veins produces their own goods, right? So this one up here produces the iron ingots only. This one produces the magnets only. And this one produces the steel only that we already have here. I think this makes the whole thing easier, and we have less spaghetti involved in the whole thing. So for the ingots up here, we actually don't need to do that much else anymore. We have already some production. Oh, and there's the inventory capacity. So we have another full line of slots now for our inventory. Right, and oh, by the way, we have the copy here. So this is another production. Before I go with all of that, let's get us a few basic materials in the inventory that we're going to need. Also some circuits and gear. It's good to have now a bit of stuff there in my inventory ready, as we can see. And we can now prepare that by building a few more conveyor belts. I'm going with those. The sorters. Oh, by the way, wait a second. I should be able now to build the motors myself. No, I'm not. So we can produce the graphite ourselves with the coal that we have, but we can't do the same thing with the motors, unfortunately. So the motors are really needed for the assembling machine, right? Let's have a look at that. No. Where can I produce the motors? Interesting. Where can I produce the motors then? I think I haven't gotten the research there for that yet. There it is. Unlocks the electrical motor. Let's research that. A few matrices we do need for that. We do have a lot of matrices available though, down here. There it is. So that's a lot of it. Very good. A lot of matrices coming in there. And we can finish this research now too. Consumes, once again though, energy. So we always should have a look at our coal supply there at the moment. Oh, another very cool thing. Right, Matrix Lab. We can actually choose, instead of producing the matrix, we can say just go for research right away. So now it is researching and consuming the matrices right on researching. So I don't need to actually pick up the matrices though all the time. We also get the next motor, electric motor now. So now we can finally do this. Let's just see. We should be able to do it ourselves as well now. Yep, there it is. And it requires ingot, gear, and magnetic coil. So quite a lot of that. Let's produce a few of them ourselves now. Around 40. And this makes it possible to have then the sorter level 2. And we do the same thing here, research mode. Right? So they are now researching. And whenever I say something like, what should you research for me? Oh boy, we're getting into the more complex research there. Foundation. Foundation, for example, so that we can build over water, requires 400 matrix. Let's activate that. Right, and now we should be able to produce that. Oh, we have, by the way, also, we should consume the matrices that we have in the storage there first. Yeah. And of course, we do need to feed them. And here, what I can see is, what does it actually need? Coil and circuits. So this one here. So for now, we're going to keep it like that, but I'm going to redesign this now in a second. And now with this system, we can also have a bridge system here. So this facility, Matrix Lab, is producing the electromagnetic matrix. This one here is consuming it. And we have a bridge over it that is now having the output going over there, right? So we actually have the matrix producing it and goes right to the Matrix Lab that is researching. So we don't actually need this whole thing here anymore. Oh, there are so many things. Let's get rid of that. I mean, we can still keep it for access. And there it is working. So as we can see, the matrices are being brought right over there to the other Matrix Lab, and we are having a fully automated research with that. Fully automated in this, and also our power is also now fully automated with the coal and our own, with our own mech. We still do need to pick up some coal from time to time though. So we can't just, you know, we can't just have an automated mech power yet. Righto, next part. Lots of planning. Next part would be to have a fully working copper ingot production, right? Because right now we only have one smelter here, and I want to fully automate that into a big storage that is just going for the production of copper. We do have quite a few mines. I'm going to get rid of this mine here now. I'm going to keep that storage there for now, and the smelter can go too. So also, this storage here is not working for copper anymore, right? We're going to have our own belt just for the copper in the future. Or even 2 or 3 belts if we want to have a main belt system. What I just need to check real quick is, where is more copper? So we have one copper vein here. It's not very big. There is no... There's not a lot of copper on this planet. Over there we have another one. Right? So this is something we need to focus on at some point as well. For now, it'll be fine if we just place now the basic miners right next to it. This is water though. I think we need a foundation for this. Yeah, need foundation support if we want to have it here. Foundation is something we are researching right now. So either I wait now for the foundation research to finish and then I build my copper, or I'm doing it now and make it look a bit less. Actually, this would be working, right? And the second miner we could have here. Yep, this is working. I take all of the copper into account here with that. So there we have the 2 miners. This storage here we'll keep for now, even though it is a bit confusing. And let's have the belt for the copper running then in this direction. Let's build the belt first. Very good. So as we can see, the copper is now coming out, and we have thus also doubled our copper ore output. The same thing goes for that. I will probably need a belt upgrade rather quickly or rather soon for all of that. Now, this is now running into a storage facility once again. The reason why I'm doing this is I like to have a bit of an access copper ore at some point perhaps as well, and I might use this storage then for something else. So basically we can use this whole area down here now for copper smelting and copper processing buildings, right? Here we have the mining for the iron, and here's now the mining for the copper then in general. What we still need for that is though a storage. I need to build my storage there again real quick. There we have it. Let's build a couple of these storage facilities there. Right, this is coming in, and there is the first storage now, so we can build it now. Thank you. And let's have it here. This is fine. This is as close as it gets. Right. And over here now, let's get rid of these turbines. We don't need so many turbines anymore since we have now the coal power production anyway. This is going in here, and we can now also build the sword level 2, the fastest sorters. Let's build a few of them. We're going to need them in the future, quite a few of them. The first ones that I have now, let's use them right away. Actually, I think we can still make this a bit closer. Yep, so that it's even faster. And we might actually, if it's not enough, we might actually split it before and then put it into the storage facility later. That is still all stuff for experimentation. But as we can see, there's a lot of copper coming in now. Let's clean this area, because we're going to need this space here now for some factories. Ah, beautiful. Look at that, how far we can actually also see on the planet there. While I'm doing that, let's have a look around. There's so much here. Can we activate the power grid? We can also show the power grid now that we have. We can also deactivate all of that and just have the naked planet itself, which is also nice. And let's activate the veins again though, because I like to see them. Alright, so there we have that. Here we have now the copper coming in. Yeah, this is still not working here. So as we can see already, this is not fast enough. So this miner will be here, and this miner here will have its own belt. Yeah. Going towards the storage facility, right? And we do need then the sorter here. So that there are two of them now transporting the copper into this storage here. And here we can now have, by the way, I have energy, very good. Here I can now have a lot of smelters, right? So we're going to need a lot of them, I guess, for a lot of copper ingots in the future. Let's start with 5. I think with 5 we should be fine. We can of course add way more to them later then. And I will also need my belt that transports the copper ore now here. Very good, we got the environment modification, and thus we have also unlocked now the foundation. So this one allows us to build on water if we want to. Pretty cool stuff. We can actually go for the next research right away, and I just love automated researching. It makes life a lot easier. For the better conveyor belts and sorters, we do need the red crystal then, so the energy matrix. Not something I can do for now, so we are getting limited now. We can still go with the solar collection if we need to, but I think the coal will be fine for now. There we have semiconductor material for the silicon. I haven't found silicon yet, so no idea how this will work. Oil extractor, there we have the oil refinery. I think we're reaching slowly the limit of normal matrices. Upgrades, what can I do there? Mechanical frame. Mecha move speed. Oh, this is cool. We do require some electrical motors with that. Then we can move faster. Here we also have a bit more fuel. Unlock the Mecha flight. Double press space to lift off, and the Mecha will increase the move speed by 150% in low altitude flight. I want this. It just requires coal and copper wires. Oh my goodness, we can fly. And there we have more storage verticality, so I can have more storage than upwards. And let's also go with the Mecha frame up here that we are queuing up there. I do want to fly. Let's go for it. We do need more coal though. We have all the wires already, or the coils. The only thing that I want is the coal. So that is something we have over there. So we are running towards the sun that is going down right now. This game is amazing. Let's get the coal. And while we research flying and also prepare our copper ingots, we have a beautiful view there of our planet system right now, where we are and where we might go in the future. We have it. Drive engine level 1 unlocks the Mecha flight. With pressing the space button, we can now fly.
You have received the ability.
Oh my goodness.
Double-click the space key.
That is amazing. We can now fly around the base. Oh, this is cool. How high can we go?
By 150%. With more energy
this is the
consumed
outer
during your
orbit
flight.
that we can reach that so
Pressing the
far,
button
right? If we want to
will
go
return
higher
you
than
to
this,
the ground during the flight.
we do need, I think, more tech. This would be space then, I guess. But look at that. Fantastic. Fantastic, we can fly around. I'm going to use this quite often. Does it use a lot of energy? I can only imagine that this is consuming a lot of energy. No idea. Oh, wait a second. Let's fly again. Let's finish this one here. We have now the smelters and then have the sorters, enough of them already as well. So what I will do now here is the sorter is going into the smelter, into that smelter, into that smelter, and into that. 4 should be fine for now, because I also don't want to overload my grid there. Right, and it's coming out. Here we choose now the iron, the copper ingots. Very good. And the copper is coming out here then. And we'll just see if we are not overloading. Oh, I think we might be overloading the belt here then right away. But we'll see about that. And we do need energy here too. For those guys. So this is now working. And yeah, I think I will need more belts here. This is not fast enough yet. Oh, haven't we researched actually belt number 2? No, we haven't yet. Okay, I still need something for that. And here's the input then into the storage facility. And I will actually... yeah, I will need to have 2 belts here if I want to make this efficient. So actually, let's get rid of that again. Let's place it a bit further up here. And have a second belt system. And once we have belt number 2, we can then have hopefully more iron ingots that we process here then as well. Alright, how far can my drones actually fly? Yep, they're still doing this. Of course it takes them longer, but they can still fly all the way over there. Takes them quite some time though. Let's get a bit closer to finish it. There it is, very good. And we go back to that side here with another sorter that goes into the storage facility here. Now those guys here, they either have the choice belt number 1 or belt number 2. And the cool thing is we can even say we want to have a second sorter here too. So now we have 2 sorters doing the job. And this is really filling up there quite quickly. That we can use the copper then for something else. So this is only now 4 of these smelters working for us, right? In the middle, I'm going to leave the room for having then the main belt system for the copper ingots, because we're going to need quite a lot of processing plants for the copper. And it's also, yeah. So this is one way of cleaning it up now, the spaghetti factory. We have specialized districts. So far so good. And of course the best part about it is this.